Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty, on the property located just at the intersection of Route 259 and Hunkerson Gap Road in Mathias, West Virginia. This property is 78 acres and it borders the National Forest, the George Washington National Forest, and Capon Run is flowing through the property. And I literally just got here, so I'm kind of doing the video tour as I go. But today is July 13th, and it's been really dry. And there's still just a ton of water coming down through this stream. And if you could see, there's like a series of little, this is a hard slate bottom. Like there's a series of waterfalls right here. I can't imagine what this is like when the water's, actually really flowing good and everything. And I'm just gonna spin around here so you can see, this is probably the biggest of the waterfalls right here. And there's a crossing, that's where I walked in at. So like when you turn off Hunkerson Gap, there's a road that comes in and where you cross the stream and the road goes up through the property, which I'm about to explore. But the old homestead is right here. You can see the back, that'd be like the house. Then there's like a shed right there and stuff. And that would have been like the old homestead property or whatever, which it's all, it could be torn down. I mean, it's of no value whatsoever. But just look at this. Man, I'm really pumped. I've only gotten onto the property about 100 yards and I'm already in love with it. So, and I'm sure the rest of it's nice as well. But I'll just keep taking videos as I go, and you can tour it right along with me. All kinds of minnows swimming around right there. Man, so far so good. Keenan Shanholtz here again on this 78 acres. So if you're looking at the aerial map, you're going to see this field on it, which is kind of about in the middle of the property. And there's a trail that I use to get right up here. It's an easy walk, it's flat. And just want to pan around here. It's just like a field full of cedar trees. I can't imagine what the deer hunting must be like here. And there's some I don't know, that looks like a white pine getting started there. There's another big white pine there. And you could see the size of the timber. Like, that's the thing that's blown me away walking up through here. That's some of the best timber I've seen in a long time. This thing obviously hasn't been touched with a chainsaw for years. But just to put it in perspective, to show you how high the timber is, and it keeps going. That's where it joins the National Forest up that way. But I'll try to take a video inside the wood line here so you can just see how good the timber is. But man, this place, I'm digging this. Keenan Shanholtz here again on this 78 acres. And what I want to illustrate from this video is I'm just beyond that field there where I took the last video. And this is where it's going to go up and join the National Forest in this direction. But just look how good this lays. And there's no survey on this place. It was an old family property that got divided between a brother and a sister. And the deed reads something like, the sister who has this property got the, like east side of the road, 78 acres more or less. It's one of those deals, but like where I'm standing at now, maybe 75 yards or so this way, you can see the adjoiner on that side. That's a surveyed line through there. I found a corner, not the corner of this property, but a corner of a neighbor there. So that line appears to be very well marked, which if you're looking at it from 259 would be the right hand side. But look at the size of that white oak. I mean, the timber on this thing is amazing, and it's actually better a little bit lower before I got into the field than what it is here. There's some younger looking trees here, but you'll see the big ones, scattered in, but it's actually better there below the field. going back towards where I'm parked at. But, and it's gonna, my Onyx doesn't work here, so, and I don't have the plat, I'm not carrying the aerial shot with me, so I don't know how much further it goes up here yet before it joins the National Forest, but I'd say it's a good ways. But you can just tell by standing here how good this place lays. I mean, this is a good one. Keenan Shanholtz here again on this 78-acre tract. And just to show you, I'm on the lower side of that field now. And and this is the path right here that I walked up that runs up through the property. Just look at all the timber in here. I mean, it's white oak and red oak. I mean, it is just beautiful. If many of you have watched my videos, if you've been looking for something for a while, I mean, you'll know that, you know, I'm kind of a connoisseur of this type of stuff. I mean, because I look at it every day. It's my job. And I've been doing this 20 years and seen a lot of stuff, and I've sold a lot of stuff that bordered the National Forest, state game lands, that sort of thing. This is as nice of a piece of woods as I've looked at in a long time. I mean, it lays good. The timber is phenomenal. I mean, just look how straight that is. The timber's phenomenal. It has the stream at the bottom. It borders the National Forest. It's at the intersection. It borders Route 259. And, you know, the access is off of Hunkerson Gap Road, which is state maintained road. So the access is great. There's even fiber optic internet cable. I'm assuming it's internet. You'll want to double check that. But there's fiber optic cable buried right out along Hunkerson Gap Road. So I'm going to go, you know, assume here that you got fiber internet through HardyNet here, which is out in the middle of nowhere. You got fiber, which is unbelievable. I don't have that at my house. I wish I did. Maybe you're 20 minutes off Interstate 81 right here. And a half hour from Harrisonburg, Virginia. So, I mean, in a half hour, I'm almost certain you could be in Harrisonburg from here. But yet it's out in the country. I mean, this thing, you know, I walked up through that field, that upper field there a little bit. I didn't walk all the way back to where it joins the National Forest, but I mean, I don't see any warts on this thing. That's kind of what I look for. You know, what's the negative? I'm not really seeing it. I mean, the only thing I could really ding it for maybe a little bit is you get a little bit of road noise off of 259. But, I mean, this place is beautiful. This one's going to go in a hurry. And if you've been looking for something unrestricted, something that borders the National Forest, the stream is gorgeous. I mean, all that hard slate bottom with that series of waterfalls. I mean, it's July 13th. We've been in a drought here, and there's water running down through there. When that's at normal times in the spring, I mean, you could probably hear that thing from 200 yards away roaring. I don't know. You know, first one here is going to get this one.